here. And, oh, you like my
Yeah, I thought it was good, but it was not.
But it is, you get you play a classic role of,
Yeah.
we're not sure what you're all about, and you kind of hide that really nicely.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But it was a really great script when I got in my hand and I got an offer, and then I just saw, talk to this crazy Irish guy. But then also I got a call from Mr. Besson's office saying that his producer would like to see me in the movie, and I took that as a really great invitation. I was so close to work with Besson in another movie, so ever since that day I said, wow, I hope it's going to be a second chance. And this is sort of a second chance. And the whole concept was great. And it's, the fifth element or whatever. And it's just a little bit different than, I haven't seen the final product. So I'm busy doing movies, so I don't have time for the movie theaters, but it's always nice sometimes with the European mind in the American action drama. So it becomes a little bit different, not always better, but sometimes. It's not the same paint by numbers stuff.
Right.
It's different. It's different.
Room for tone and
Yeah, more room for characters.
yeah.
Not just one guy in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of shoot 'em up on the sides. It's more like a gallery of different personalities.
Well, the opening kind of tells us that this is going to be a different movie than
Yeah,
we're used
yeah,
to.
yeah.
It's a great opening.
Yeah, it is. I've seen the opening. Yeah, it's a little bit of old film noir with Raymond Chandler or something, Mickey Spillane.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a little bit flirting with the good old movie making from,
Yeah.
Could be a Bogart there, getting beat up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that what you saw in the script when you saw the mix of the
Yeah,
genres?
yeah. I saw a little bit flirting with genres. And I think that, sometimes Luc Besson incorporates genres, in a very, very talented way. And the whole opening is, it could be Humphrey Bogart sitting there, and it could be, Raymond Chandler, The Big Easy or something.
Your guy's more of a bureaucrat than the actual one of the soldiers. That's kind of different for you, isn't it, really? 'Cause
Yeah.
You're usually one of the soldiers out there.
Yeah.
Mixing it up.
And it's nice. Maybe it's the coming of age, but also I think I've done a lot of bad guys, so sometimes it's an honor to work with the director who wants to do a little different twist on me and not just doing like, a regular bad guy, because there's a lot of people who can do that. I try to make him a little bit different, and now it's supposed to be in the future. It's not supposed to be the United States of America. It's the United States, and it's I don't know how many different nationalities there is in the movie, but we're supposed to come from all over the world, and it's just nice to be dressed in a nice suit and have a nice hairdo and not, shooting up people all the time or be drenched in blood.
I know you said that you haven't seen the final product, but
No.
do you feel like the script changed quite a bit from when you originally received it to when you guys were shooting?
No, absolutely not. And I think that's the personality, I think, maybe of Besson. Like sometimes in Europe, I know, because in Europe you can get money from a film commission, you can get money from whether you're, you know, do a movie in Holland or France or England or Scandinavia, where I'm from, you can get money from the government or grants, and sometimes you can pitch a movie like on a piece of paper and you can get a grant because you have a couple of people saying, I'm interested in the project, you get money, and then the script is, when they start, the script is not worked at. You know, it's like you spend so much time in Europe sitting up after shooting, you know, with the director and with other actors trying to solve tomorrow's scenes. And I think Besson is wise enough. He wants a script that is perfect for shooting. I know that he was really on top of everything, and he saw dailies as much as he could, and we're on top of the script. And I think he would not have greenlit the project without saying this script will fit. This is really, really good. So there's not a lot of changes, not for me yet, anyway.
What I've heard is that he is very involved in the editing, and that he said he makes the movies in the editing room.
Yeah, most talented directors know they can use the editing and ADR, you know, as a tool. But
ADR is additional dialogue recording.
yeah, it's like looping, they call it sometimes. You put voices on, and me as an actor, I love it because you can add to your character. You can twist your character. You can be off camera. You can add a line and stuff like that. You can expand your character and more depth.
You see, this guy is not really a bad guy.
I don't know if you work for a president. You can blame it on the president, I guess. you know, you're like a soldier, but more up there. You're like a soldier with a good salary, and you have a Hugo Boss suit or an Armani. I don't know if he's necessarily a bad guy, but it depends how you see the president. But he sort of represents, what should I say, CIA or something, you know. In the future, there will be, we already have it. It's very strange when you look at the Middle East, where they shooting each other up now, and there's a lot of destructions going on. But at the same time, they play soccer tournaments. You know, it's crazy. Syria meets Lebanon in soccer. And
Well, they're killing themselves.
Yeah.
In another area.
Yeah, and the world's becoming very, very strange. There's peace in some secluded areas, then there's war and peace and war. And in the future, I think it would be nice to have a place to shoot up criminals, to shoot them away somewhere. There's some criminals, I'm against the death penalty, but sometimes I have a hard time seeing somebody, you know, that has done horrendous things to, I don't know. I don't know if that's justice in the afterlife, but I think my character represents people that exist today, and they will exist in the future, and I try to see them as good guys, because without them, the bad guys would take over completely. They are trying to protect, you know, the human beings like us, trying to do a decent living and to be good human beings. They are trying to protect those people. And I see him as a good guy. As a guy who does his duty, I don't think his conscience is 100% clean. I think he's done things he didn't want to do, but it's part of his job. It is sort of being a soldier in a way, but you know, some people has to go and some people has to stay. And I think he's just thinking he does the best for his country or for the people he represents.
Did you make any backstory with Besson or whoever as like a dynamic backstory between your character and the guy's character, and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
why
a little
he's
bit, yeah.
why he's wearing nice suits because, or
No, we've been working together in the past, but we try not. It's hard when you do like a movie in the future. I don't know if they even say. I'm sorry. I don't even know if they say just in the future or if it says
Near future.
near future. Yeah, which is good because when they say 2001,
I know.
you know, it's like 2000.
Here
When
we
George
are.
Orwell, 1984, it seemed like a million years ahead. Now it's, you know, we're so way past 1984. It's very hard when you do a movie in the future, what you've done in the past. It's easier when it's about today or it's a historic thing. It's easier to make up a backstory together. But we have a past together, but we try not to reveal it to the audience because it's supposed to be a secret thing. But we worked together before, yeah. And but it's not there in the script, and to plant a mold in there would just make it confusing for the audience.
yeah, did you kind of, you know, for the research or making this character, did you discuss with guys, oh, how about, you know, we...
Yeah, a little
we,
bit, as you do as actor. I like him a lot, and we got along really good. So we spent some time, and we had beautiful, beautiful green rooms there. It was absolutely brand new, like in Serbia of all countries, so polluted and so dirty and so poor, but they had a beautiful new build studio where we had green rooms, yeah, double this, you know, with everything was IKEA, but it was beautiful. You know?
You were at home.
Being Scandinavian, you knew all about that.
Yeah. I hate to put them together, but but yeah, we talk, you know, because it's, and also it makes in the chemistry when you act together, and but not necessarily exactly what we did together. But it's nice when you click with with another actor where you have a lot of scenes with, because it's boring if you don't get along. But I usually get along with everybody. So no, he was really nice. We had really good conversations, and we went over the lines and everything. And we changed here and there, and we got everything approved. We changed, so that's cool.
An international cast, Irish directors, Swedish, Aussie.
Yeah. Well, I'm American.
Scottish.
I'm American.
French producer.
I'm American, really, but I was born and raised in Sweden.
Right.
But after EU invention, I'm double, which is kind of a betrayal sometimes to SAG, because in Europe sometimes when they do a movie, not this one, but sometimes they want you to work on your European passport. But the same
Which
here.
is cheaper, you mean?
For the tax benefits?
I think, yeah, they get some from the film funds of Europe.
Right.
You know, they get, but sometimes it's confusing to do movies in Europe because sometimes you have to work with people who doesn't understand English, and usually everybody speaks English in the movie. A lot of movies never shown here, but for the European audience,
Right.
they become big movies in Europe, and mainly everybody talks English. But of course, it's nice to work with an international cast. I mean, it's always great to have people from different countries coming together. It's not boring with everybody to go to New Mexico and shoot a movie with only Americans. It's not boring at all, but it's a special flavor to go to a European country.
How does an actor maintain their sense of balance or self when you're uprooted and you're going off to this isolated place where there's nobody else around maybe that's friends or anything, and you're like in Serbia for a month or 6 weeks or something? I mean, it's just such a lonely life in a way, like you're gypsies.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a strange kind of life. But you know, on and off you have the feeling of, gee, I wish I worked 9 to 5 and I had Saturdays and Sundays off. And when it happens, maybe you get the jitters, you know, like, ooh.
When can I get out?
Yeah, when I can get, you know, I love my 12 hours and sit in a trailer for I'm busy in a trailer too. I do a lot of music. I write, I listen, you know, see a movie once in a while. I listen to radio. You know, you have iPads, iPhones, and computers today.
So you're connected.
Always. And the luxury of being on a set the last 2-3 years, they always have wireless internet. You go online and you do all your office work and emails. And you prep for the next day. You sit and read scenes.
So if anything, you could be distracted while you're sitting in this
Yeah.
faraway place because you've got everything that you got back at home.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta go film and turn into this guy.
Yep, but I was born with too much curiosity. I love to visit other countries to find out what they're eating, what their habits are. I like to walk. I like to meet regular people. And as an actor, you're sometimes privileged because sometimes you work. Like if you have a 6-day week, you work and you have Sunday off, and maybe then the next week you only work 2 days, you get 4 days off. And then you can always,
Go see Serbia.
yeah, you can take a rental car and go to a small little place somewhere. And I have the luxury in Serbia, I had my wife and a kid with me, so we had a nice time. Not the first week because we stayed in a hotel, beautiful suite and everything like this, but everybody was smoking. Everybody's smoking, and they smoke pipe and they smoke cigar, and you know, a little
Black tobacco.
It's and the pollution of the cars was horrible. Couldn't go out. You throw
Really?
up. Yeah, it's so polluted. So we had to move. They found us a beautiful apartment away. You know, and then we were in the middle of a ban. There's no more smoking in restaurants and, you know, open places and stuff. But everybody, you know, I don't know.
They ignore it.
Well, they didn't follow the rules. You know, because where we lived, it's also beautiful, you know, big hotel, you have a couple of suites, and you have a main area where they had a buffet, open bar, 24 hours, hot food and breakfast and nice. You can go and get into your suite, but it's very hard to tell somebody, sir, we got a kid here. Can you stop smoking the cigar? Why? You know, you see he and his friend. Why? Well, this kids love cigars. And you just walk out of there. It's like, shouldn't go. We go downstairs to the restaurant maybe, where there's no smoking, 2 tables.
Yeah.
It was like in airplanes before.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoke on one side, not on the other.
One row is
Yeah.
non-smoking, and everybody
Yeah.
around you.
But it's exotic to see. Now I've seen Serbia. I've seen the plus and minus of all communism and how it's run today. It's a luxury. I'm sure there's people who think it's very, very boring, but I am full of energy and curious.
How old is your kid?
3 years soon.
So he probably won't remember this then.
No. Got a lot of this, you know, videos all the time. But it's nice to see just coming to other countries, because you come, as you must come as a journalist, you get to see real people. You don't come as a tourist, being by a beach or being at a hotel and people say, follow me. Because it's like you're there. You become Serbian for 6 weeks, or you become, you know, what country you're in. You become sort of one of theirs for these. And then go to the markets. It's just great fun to go to a farmer's market to find exotic stuff. And my wife is a great cook. I'm a good cook. I'm an excellent cook. but she is, she's a fantastic cook. So we buy a lot of local food and we try them out.
So this movie is
Last
a
question.
feature.
I'm just talking a lot of garbage. I'm
Time
Uh,
to switch.
A lot of fun.
sorry.
How do you? What is your kind of dream, like a future world? So what you want became? in the future?
Unfortunately, we don't have people in prisons, I think, circling the earth, but I think the future is gonna. I'm a very optimistic guy. I try to stay away from all the negativity and the whole thing about, you know, the world ending the year 2000 or the world ending 2012. I don't know what to say. I say, well, if it ends on the 21st of 2012, there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna die happy. I'm gonna die happy. I'm not gonna start today to have anxiety for something that's gonna happen on the 21st of December. If